say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Rides to back and leaves it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The give to the lone running back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Gets away from one, finds room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, they're after He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop.
Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. He's got it. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Got some room into the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let him do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you
into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That's caught. It's Westbrook. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Gonna let it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. At the 20. And he's gonna take it all the way. Touchdown, no! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Syracuse. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Going right to work up top. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick. It makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
Man, I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. He's got him. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Noles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese, that guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Making side adjustments here. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown Seminoles! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Wants to fire on second down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bought a little time, lets it go. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Davidson. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Rifles it down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Trying to take it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Corner's going to give them room. Oh, he wants it all. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Southern Miss. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
On the move from inside his 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Noles. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. No huddle, offense to the line.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Westbrook. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's going for it all. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
The Knowles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Southern Miss. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Touchdown, Florida State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, no! The defense putting points on the board. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Well, the QB was trying to throw it to his running back behind the line of scrimmage. He never saw the defender. That was as easy a pick 6 as that guy is ever going to score.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going to sling it on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scrimmage.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish now.